Hey everybody, Jake here for American Trucks, and in this video we're taking a look at the Fox Performance Series 2.0 rear IFP shock for 4 to 6 inch lifts fitting 2004 to 2008 four-wheel drive F-150s, as well as all 2009 and newer F-150s excluding the Raptors. If you've got a lift on your F-150, you need better shocks to get the most out of it and maintain drivability. The Fox Performance Series 2.0 shock does exactly that. This is a premium shock absorber that is designed for a 4 to 6 inch lift on an F-150 that's going to give you superior performance and control no matter the conditions. Now, there are a few places on my own vehicles where I always feel it's worth it to spend the money and get the good stuff: tires, brakes, and of course, suspension. Now, several OEMs utilize Fox suspension in their performance models, Ford included. And when you take a close look at a shock like this one, it's not hard to see why they do that. This one in particular is a monotube shock with Fox's own internal floating piston, or IFP, hence that part of the name. Now, that piston is going to separate the shock oil from the high pressure gas chamber, which in the case of this particular shock is nitrogen charged. Now, that floating piston eliminates aeration in the oil, so there's not going to be any air bubbles working their way in, which means that it's not going to mess up the damping performance. Now, Fox also tunes each shock for its specific application with unique valving and a high flow damping piston. So, what does this all mean for you? In short, it's going to mean significantly better performance. As opposed to stock dampers that are tuned for a stock height, but are also tuned more on the soft side for compliant street driving, these are meant to perform, both on the street and out on the trail. You've got nearly 13 inches of travel and improved damping both on and off road. Now, these are going to make the ride a bit more firm than your stock setup, but you're also going to get a lot more control over the way your truck handles. So this is going to allow for better response to pavement changes and will give you much more control on both the street and trail, as they're going to have better rebound and damping than your stock setup. So that means it's going to eliminate some of that pitch and roll that you get on stock shocks. Now, all of that is great considering your truck is sitting higher than stock with the lift, and adding height means a higher center of gravity. So having more control will certainly be a good thing, and it's going to help dampen all those motions, meaning that your truck is going to drive better. Now, construction, as you might expect from Fox, is also first rate. The shock body is 2 inches in diameter, and it's made from CNC machined 6061 T6 aluminum. It's one piece, and it's also anodized for additional protection against the elements. Now, inside, you get that high flow internal floating piston we were talking about, some redundant seals, and a 5/8 inch hard chrome plated, heat treated alloy steel piston shaft. Now, the mounting points, both top and bottom, also feature nitrile rubber bushings with sleeves included. And in the case of this one in particular, this is also made from anodized CNC machined 6061 T6 aluminum, whereas the other side here is molded into the shock body. All that said, this is a really solid shock absorber, and it should perform well and last you a long time. Now, as you might expect, given all we just talked about, this shock does not come cheap. At about $250 per shock, this is a premium option and thus commands a premium price. And it is worth mentioning that these are sold separately, which is why I've only got one up here on the table with me. So if you are upgrading, you're going to want to make sure you have 2 in your cart, one for each side of your truck. While you're at it, I would also recommend picking up the matching front set of shocks for your truck too, so that way the damping matches both front and rear. Installation in this case is quite simple. We're going to give this a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and it should only take you about 1 hour per shock to complete the job. Now, of course, it will take you longer to do both shocks on each side of the truck, but it does just bolt on, no modifications necessary. Not much more I can say here, so with that, let's hand things over to one of our AT customers who will walk you through the process.
Alright guys, so all we need for this job is an impact wrench with a 15 mil socket and a little cutter, screwdriver, flathead, and then we need a 19 mil socket, wrench, hand wrench. That's pretty much it.
Hey guys, so today we're going to replace the rear strut on the F-150. So we got a bent strut right here. It got hit, something hit it. It looks like we ran over something. So we're going to replace it, and we're going to go over how to replace it. This is actually pretty easy compared to other vehicles. Let's get to it. All right, guys. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna loosen both bolts. There's one on the top and one on the bottom. I'll show you guys it in a bit. We got an impact wrench with a 15 mil, and we also got a hand wrench, which is a 19 mil. So we're gonna loosen this bolt before we take it out, and we're gonna also loosen this one. So do not take them out yet, just loosen them. The washer to the side, so leave the bolts in. First, we're gonna remove the bottom bolt, then we're gonna remove the top bolt. So it should come out pretty easily. Boom, see that? Second one should come out the same way. Boom. And you guys got the old shock out. Check that out. All right, guys, so you want the Fox facing up, and we gotta put it in place at the top first before the bottom. Do not cut this off because this is what's compressing it. If you cut it, you know, it uncompress and it'll become a lot harder to install. So leave it compressed. We're gonna put the top first, then we'll go to the bottom. All right, guys, so as you see, once it's lined up, just put the bolt back in place. All right, grab the washer and just place it on there for now. Okay. All right, guys, so now you wanna grab the impact wrench after you hand tied it. Put the 15 socket on there. Grab the other side with the 19. All right, guys, so the reason we didn't cut this off, like we said, is because it's compressing it. You see how it's pretty short right now? Once we cut it, it's time to cut it now. So we got pliers to cut it. Once we cut it, it'll be, you know, uncompressed. So let's cut it. We wanna try to angle it at the right place. Oh, that was a lot slower than I expected. Boom. All right, guys, since it decompressed too much and we didn't catch it, we're gonna have to recompress it. So we're gonna have to push it. It's hard. For you to push it back, you need two guys or one guy. I'm gonna attempt for the first time. So let's try it out. All right, guys, so we compressed it and then we turned it so it could just sit on here just until we get our things together. So we got pretty much a screwdriver right here. So we're gonna place it here to lift it a little bit so we can, you know, loosen, and then we're gonna twist it and then throw the bolt in here. All right, guys, here we go. Let it go just a little bit, not too much. There we go, guys. Okay. Then we grab the nut, throw it on there. All right, guys, so grab the impact wrench with the 15, and then grab the 19. Good to go, guys. Job is done.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install of the Fox Performance Series 2.0 rear IFP shock for 4 to 6 inch lifts, fitting 2004 to 2008 four-wheel drive F-150s, as well as all 2009 and newer F-150s excluding Raptor models. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, for all things F-150, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.